Okay. That should be fine. I couldn't... Oh, right. I have, like, nothing set up. I was trying to fix my mic, and I couldn't fix it. It wasn't working. Okay. Birds. Bird time. I'm gonna have to fix all the audio. Let me... sketchy logic. Okay, cool. This is what we saw last week. Sorry, I'm just fixing my mic from the other day. So everything's working. Way too loud. Holy shit. Now it's way too quiet. Hold on. Did I mess with the audio of this game? No, I didn't. Oh, I might have done it in the settings themselves. Okay, what the hell were we doing? I should also open Forvo. That might be helpful. I'm just, like, not prepared tonight. That's the reality of this situation. I'm not prepared. I thought I was. I'm not. Google Translate. Detect language. That looks good. Would love this game to play some music. Hypothetically it is, but I can't hear it. Why can't I hear it? The fuck are you guys hearing? Do I have something playing? Hold on. I'm concerned because my desktop audio, I'm getting a lot of sound from it. And I don't know why. So let me, okay, it's still really quiet for me, but it stopped buzzing. I'm hearing like a buzzing in my headphones. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Is it maybe, do I maybe not have the right, let me see if I have the right, let me close this for a second. And let me see if I have the right settings. This might not, this should be the right. Maybe this wasn't the right settings for my audio. Maybe it's the brain bees. I don't know if this was the right, maybe I clicked into the wrong setting for the... I definitely have my headphones on the wrong setting. Okay, things are normal now. It's fine. Everything's fine. Continue. A new dawn, it's a new day. Oh, thank you, Nate. Give you 1 second. The pair arrive at Les Halles. We looked this up last time. Leal Market. One second. Okay. Vendors and buskers, performers and thieves, bourgeois and peasants all bustle from place to place. Oh, fuck. Voices. Shit. Prince Juan said he met a flower girl here. Oh, right. Signe. I think he said her name was. There's a swan with flowers over there. Do you think that's her? Her name means swan.
I think so. It's possible she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself, so we should probably act with tact and finesse.
Excuse me, Mademoiselle Flower Lady. We would like a word. Well, my mic is so loud right now. Sorry about that.
Tact, Sparrowson, tact. We've been over this.
Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? Yes, I wish to purchase a rose for milady. I'm afraid I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you would be satisfied with a chrysanthemum instead. 'Tis a beautiful flower from a fair maiden.
Please don't mind Sparrowson. He fell out of his nest as a baby and has said dumb things ever since.
Hey.
Let me introduce myself. I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Signet?
Signet. That's right. Catherine Marie Signet. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt.
How did you know?
I'm no fool, monsieur. I know that a rose I sold was used as the murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me.
The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads. So, do you mind if we ask you a couple questions?
Business is slow. Please ask away.
Mademoiselle, you mentioned that you sold your last rose a week ago. Who did you sell it to?
The person who bought the rose? I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like our one. I met him around a week ago, on the 6th. We talked for a little while, about the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days.
So true.
Then he bought a rose, and left. I hear the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty.
Literally, same Nate. I thought it was gonna be like, to the person who bought it, obviously. Oh, why's that?
Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling.
Mademoiselle, it just so happens we're defending this particular fox in the court d'assises.
Cour d'assises.
Court d'assises. If you have something to say that could prove his innocence, now would be the time to let us know.
I'm sorry, messieurs. I can't.
Oh! We fucked up. That was the wrong choice. Wait, Mademoiselle Signet, wait up. Damn.
Nice display of tact and finesse, Falcon. You scared her off.
The Swan obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is.
We shouldn't have pressured her. We didn't pressure the giraffe last time. We shouldn't have pressured this one. Agreed. But I don't think she'll be in the mood to tell us anything else. You fucked up. I know. Why don't we try acting with a little more tact and finesse next time?
Hush.
Shit. We screwed up. That was bad. We had more questions to ask. Shit. God damn it. I wonder if this game has multiple endings. Falcon and Sparrowson make their way to the Place des Carrousel, the courtyard just north of the Louvre's Grand Gallery. That's the Arc de Triomphe over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember it. Wait, didn't we do this? We did this. Oh, I guess it didn't save last time. We did this last time, which is why I'm skipping it. We got the prosecution.
I can't deny it. Severin.
How do we say that? Severin? I really love to not know how to say these names.
Séverin.
Severin. Severin has a reputation as ruthlessly thorough as a prosecutor. Mountains of evidence, surprise witnesses. It's no wonder he always manages to one-up me.
But this time will be different, right? Even though we screwed up the last one?
I hope so.
I know so. For you see, I stole this annotated map. Okay, yeah. That's... Didn't we do a bunch of this? We did a bunch of this. Hold on. I guess it didn't save. We did like a ton of this because we did all the stuff in one of the... Oh, okay. I see. It doesn't save. So it doesn't save within... Or maybe I didn't save it right? No, it looks like it doesn't save unless... It doesn't save until you finish that day. Well, I guess we know that now. So we just have to do this all again. Well, now you guys get to listen to me do this twice. So this is fun. Okay, we didn't do this one yet.
Here we are, the Grand Gallery, the murder room. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting.
I see hundreds of paintings. Which one is the new one?
I haven't the foggiest. We'll have to ask someone. Please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me. Excuse me, monsieur. You look like you know your Mona Lisas from your last suppers. I don't want to need attention. Maybe he isn't talking to me. Nope, he's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Oh, hi. Would you happen to know which painting was unveiled on the 7th of January? The one the king came to visit.
Oh yeah, I can help you with that. It's the piece right behind you.
Ah, I see. It's a painting of the king himself.
That's one noble-looking penguin. What do you think of it, Falcon?
What do I think? Well, I'm no art critic, but... The careful brushstrokes, the pre-Raphaelite soft tones and the subliminal use of light. This is contrasted, nuanced work. It's an evocative painting that alludes to a forgotten era.
You said a lot of words, but I'm not sure if I'm any closer to knowing your opinion.
I'm getting the impression that you messieurs aren't regulars at art galleries. No, we're a right pair of Philistines.
Speak for yourself, Falcon. I've never even been to the Middle East.
Then I'm guessing you're here to investigate the king's assassination attempt. That's right. We were actually hoping we could ask you a couple of questions about what you saw. Oh, I wasn't even in Paris when the murder took place. I didn't see anything. But, I have a friend who might be able to help you out. What's this? R&M Associates. The home of Renard Vulpes. Renard Vulpes. I should know how to say this one. Vulpes. Private investigator. Thank you, but I don't normally deal with the gray area of the law types. No, please, give the guy a chance. He helped me out of a bind before, and I'm sure he can do the same for you. Well, I'm not making any promises, but I'll keep hold of the card. We appreciate the help in any case. It's no trouble. Evidence folder. Major Howell. Now, Mousy, Rabbington, Judge, okay. Eric, Catherine, great. Okay, great. No, someone was assassinated instead of the king. So there was a fox, and he tried to give a rose to the king, but someone else grabbed it first, and that guy died. The guy who grabbed the rose. So they think that the fox killed the guy who grabbed the rose and was attempting to kill the king. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. Thank you for your time, monsieur. Is there anything else we can do here? Well, ideally, we would turn the whole Grand Gallery upside down in our hunt for evidence, but that's not possible with so many people around. We should probably just move to another room. Is this the one we did before? This is the one we did before. Click, 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 click. Archaeology's a get-rich-quick scheme. Bird finds chocolate. that everything? Did I get everything? Great. Okay. Back to where we were before. Are we all done here?
Not just yet. Pass me that map. Okay.
Our feather-headed friends wander through the immaculately maintained
Tuileries
Gardens. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up litter by the tree line. Hey, Falcon, doesn't that groundskeeper over there look familiar?
Yes. Now that I'm looking at him, he does look a lot like that photographer. What's his name? Robinio.
Did someone call me? Oh, it's you. The lawyers who don't appreciate a masterful photograph when they see it. It's good to see you've given up on your artsy dreams to pursue the more grounded career of groundskeeping.
Hey, I'm not doing this willingly. I was given community service for committing perjury.
Can you believe that? They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service. Me. Yeah, I can believe that.
Perjury is somewhat serious. You should be thankful that you got off without jail time.
You sound just like that self-righteous Judge Maxime. So, did you two want to ask me something, or are you just here to gawp? Personally, I'm just gawping.
Actually, I do have a couple questions if you don't mind, Monsieur Robinio. I don't suppose you've bumped into a Spanish fox who goes by the name of Prince Juan, have you?
A Spanish fox? No, I've never met anyone like that. If this is about that assassination attempt on the king, then you're asking the wrong person. I only started working here today.
I see.
Was there anything else you wanted?
So, how's that new groundskeeping job working out?
Terrible. Tourists are pigs. Sometimes literally. Look at all this rubbish I found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores. And look what I picked up by this west entrance. By the west entrance. A book page. A whole book I could understand, but a single page? What kind of blithering moron loses just one page?
Wait a moment. May I take a closer look at that, monsieur? Don Quixote. That's a page from Don Quixote. May I take it off your hands, monsieur?
Sure. What's it worth to you?
What's it worth? It's trash. It's literally worthless.
Then I suppose I'll be destroying it, as per my duties?
All right. I suppose you deserve a little compensation for your trouble. How about you give me the page and I'll... Speak with Judge Maxime. I'll put in a good word and might be able to get your sentence reduced.
Really? You'll do that for me?
Thank you, monsieur. I would really appreciate it. Here, take the page.
Page 44 of El Ignacioso Hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha. How do you actually say that word?
Did you want to ask something else? Well, give me a sec to look up how you say that. I think I spelled that wrong. Ignacioso. Great. That's all. That's all. We'll let you get back to your work, Monsieur Robinio.
Man, I wish we could redo that swan thing.
I think we found everything of value here we can possibly find. Let's not loiter.
Okay, so where should we go next?
Yep, let's make a move.
Good call. We can always come back later if we've forgotten something. A new day.
That's strange. I don't see any sign of the flower girl.
Yeah, probably because you scared her off with all your crazy tact and finesse strategy, dummy. God damn it.
Or maybe you scared her off with your horrendous and inappropriate flirting technique.
I'll have you know that I can flirt like a peacock in tail fanning mode.
We don't really have time for this discussion. Let's just continue our investigation elsewhere.
Great. Fucked it up badly.
Jesus. Oh no. Welcome to Lander Hagelslack's. Fuck. Welcome to Lander Hagelslack's Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris. I'm Lander Hagelslack, the founder and owner of this establishment, and I will not be doing an accent. No accent. You get no accent. And I am J.J. Falcon, the defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyers, very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but, well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story, you see. When I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney.
Falcon, you have to help me.
What is it?
It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop.
For pity's sake, restrain yourself, sparrowson. Hello, Hannah.
Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? So are you messieurs here to buy some chocolate?
Yes.
No. We're actually here on business, monsieur. Business?
First things first, we believe this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct?
Oh, yes. That is indeed the trademarked Hagelslack wrapper for genuine Belgian Hagelslack chocolate. This was certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that established, there is something else we wish to ask Monsieur Hagelslack. Is there any chance that your produce could have been contaminated? Absolutely not, monsieur. I stand by my claim that my chocolate is the finest in all of Paris. I go to great lengths to ensure that the highest quality is ensured. Any contaminations would be terrible for business, you understand. I see. Was there something else you messieurs wanted to ask? Can you tell us who bought the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper, Monsieur Hagelslack? Crazy thing to ask. I'm afraid not, messieurs. Not just because of matters of confidentiality, although that is a factor you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that.
I thought elephants never forgot.
My memory is impeccable, monsieur. But you must understand that I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who could potentially bought this particular item. So your memory is good, but you need further information. If I were to give you a description and a name of a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, yes, that I could probably do, monsieur, except for the fact of confidentiality, honestly. Let me think. Who to ask about?
He's dead. Have you ever served Juan Quiero, the Prince of Spain?
The Prince of Spain? No, monsieur.
Oh, that's good to hear. Our clue would have turned into a dead end if our own client turned out to be the chocolate fiend.
I did once serve a princess from Mali, if that's any help. You see, I met the girl while hiking through the Himalayas. Please stop. Let me think. Who to ask about?
Yeah, who?
Have you ever served a member of the Royal Guard by the name of Major Howell? No, monsieur. Are you sure? Yes, monsieur. I've served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a major here in recent memory.
What does that mean, Falcon? Have we lost our lead?
Not necessarily. It just means that Major Howell didn't buy the chocolate that may have killed him. There's still the possibility that someone bought the chocolate for him. That's our lead. That's who we want to find.
I see.
I did once serve a high-ranking officer of the British Army who is on his way to Zimbabwe, if you want to hear that story. No, I don't want to hear that story. Let me think.
I suck at this. Have you ever served a flower-selling swan named Catherine Marie Candier?
No, monsieur.
What are you thinking, Falcon?
I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. If she were the chocolate fiend, then our investigation would have been much simpler. But since she's not... Messieurs, I'm growing tired of these endless inquiries. Perhaps you should come back another day.
You know, Falcon, it's possible we just haven't encountered the chocolate fiend yet. Rather than coming back here every day and making aimless guesses, we should wait until we have someone specific in mind.
You might have a point, sparrowson. Thank you for your time, Monsieur Haggleslack. We shall return when our investigation has progressed at all. Anytime, messieurs.
Do you guys think we're gonna be able to speak with the swan that we completely fucked up that conversation with again? Because, oh god.
Really, Falcon? I thought you were done with your mopey drinking.
I'm not here to drink, sparrowson, or mope for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. If we wish to learn more about this Prince Juan, then this would be the ideal place to start asking questions.
We pressed when we shouldn't have pressed, basically, is all that happened. Where did that's where my sweatshirt went. I shouldn't have pressed her, so we only got to ask her one question instead of like 4. And I think I kind of fucked it up. And I actually don't know if this game has like multiple endings. So for each case, so I don't know how screwed we are at this moment in time.
Oh, that's pretty good thinking. Oh, fuck. Ah, you two are back. Are you feeling any better, Falcon?
Much better, thank you for asking, Madame Quinnell.
That's great to hear, hon. Will it be the usual?
No, I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp.
We wanted to know if you've seen a Princess Spain around here recently. A Princess Spain? I don't know if you've noticed, hon, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bourgeois. You can forget about seeing a member of royalty.
That's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons.
Feel free. The old regulars, Rufus and Powell, are playing cards in the attic, same as always. But we get all sorts of colorful characters in the drinking room. I bet if you rattled enough cages, you would find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know.
Thank you, madam. Let's see where to start. So there I was, in the grasslands 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I had been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar, a big stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun. I carefully took aim, and then BAM!
You shot it?
No, it was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot.
Sounds like one of them heart attacks. Me nan went the same way.
That's what I thought, but when I went to take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth.
Whoa, was it rabid?
Possible, but I don't think so. I remembered reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning.
I don't remember what it looked like when he died.
Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone.
Good call. Who wants to deal with tainted meat?
Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, can I help you? You say the beast you were tracking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us any further details? Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. But what do you think caused it? I would guess it ate something bad. I saw some of that poisonous plant around. Wolfsbane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. Excuse me, monsieur. What is it? I don't suppose you've seen one character around here. He's Spanish royalty.
Foxy fellow, swanky hat, calls everyone senor.
That doesn't sound familiar. Do you recall seeing anyone like that, Piero?
Ain't got a clue.
Sorry, messieurs, you're barking up the wrong tree. But what can you tell us about the Spanish royal family?
Do we look like walking encyclopedias or something?
I'm afraid my compadre has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, then I'm your man, but Spanish royalty? That sounds like a question to be answered at a library, monsieur, not a tavern. A library. Maybe you're right. Sorry for bothering you, monsieur. Let's give them some peace. Come on, pal. Just one more game of Jacques Noir. Absolutely not. My wallet's hurting enough as it is. Please, I'll even let you deal this time. The answer's no, Rufus. I'm skint. If you want to play cards, you will have to ask someone else. Fine, I'll ask the big fellow. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, you, monsieur. Would you care to play some Jacques Noir? Absolutely. Deal me in, monsieur. Very well, then. Do you know how to play? Nope. I'm only familiar with Sego and Tap to Rock. Oh, this is much better than those silly games. Is this the... Yes. Okay.
Fuck. Damn it!
Unlucky, monsieur. Most unfortunate. Shall we have another round? No, I think we're done. Maybe another day, monsieur. Yeah, I understand. Feel free to come back any time and lose money.
Are we ready to hit the road? Alright, I guess we're done here. I am really not sure what we're doing in this one, so...
Yup, let's make a move.
Occasionally cinematic scenes marked by an exclamation point mark will pop up on the map screen. Those cinematic scenes are only available for 1 day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Their viewing is entirely optional. What do you want?
I'm JJ Falcon, defense attorney for... I know who you are. I saw you come by earlier, but visiting hours are over. Come back next week. Do you think you could make an exception for us? Visiting hours are over.
We'll be quick.
I said visiting hours are over. Did your bird brains understand? Parlez-vous, Francois?
I don't think he's gonna make an exception, Falcon.
I guess we'll come back later.
Oh, customers. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember what this voice was. So, new voices.
Hello, is this the office of Renard Vulpes?
Is that what we decided it was?
Vulpes.
Vulpes.
It's you too.
Mousy, what are you doing here?
Oh, this is where I work. See? R&M, Renard, and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Vulpes and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Vulpes who chooses which cases to take on.
I see. Well then, can we speak with Monsieur Vulpes?
I'm afraid that won't be possible. See, Monsieur Vulpes is on vacation right now. He's visiting his father in England.
England?
But he is set to return in a week or two. Maybe you can come back then? That's no good to us. Our case will be over by then.
There's nothing to be done about it. I suppose we'll have to come back later.
Damn, they're really just getting told to go the fuck away.
Stop messing around, Falcon. Let's help out Prince Juan already.
Bitch, you're the one dragging me all over Paris. Here for a little light reading, are we?
Not quite, sparrowson. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice.
Don't eat poisoned pork?
The other piece of advice, that if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library.
Oh, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in a library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works?
Okay. I know what I would answer, even though we're in a different time period. But I think I'm actually going to say readings for squares because I want to see what he says. I want it to be funny.
Reading is so blasé. Give me a good modern opera any day.
Good call. Nothing beats a well-made show. Speaking of which, I hear they're performing La Damnation de Faust at Opera Comique. I would sell my soul for front row tickets.
Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I could hear your squawking from the other side of the building. Ah, my apologies, monsieur. We'll keep it down.
Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you?
Astute observation, yes, monsieur. As the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian.
Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something.
I do? Oh, right, I do. You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like. I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. We understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown on who the contenders are? What a trivial question. Even an elementary school child could name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe. Yes, but for the sake of those children who slept through class, can you refresh our memories? Very well, pay attention because I'm not repeating myself.
Okay. The current reigning monarch of Spain, I'm not doing a voice for this one because I may or may not have to remember it, is Queen Regent Isabella II of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand the Seventh. Yes, that's the 7. Upon her death, the crown will most likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz, although it is certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists, headed by the Count of Montemolin. I don't know.
I hope that answers your question. Did you catch all that, sparrowson?
Not a word.
Monsieur, we're actually interested in a Prince Juan Quierdo of Spain. I don't think I heard that name in your explanation. The Prince Juan Quierdo. Is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There's no current Prince of Spain. I'm not even sure Quierdo is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy.
How strange.
What does this mean, Falcon?
It means I already, figured out one of the plot twists. Take that.
Well, one thing is for sure. Our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's delusional lunatic. Or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers.
Right.
Are you two quite done chit-chattering? I borrowed this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it? Don Quixote of La Mancha. It's a classic. Everyone has read it.
Not true.
Yeah, everybody. But for those who haven't?
I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, monsieur. But what can you tell us about the physical book itself? This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See, there's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop, and a French bookshop if the French translation and publishing information wasn't a giveaway. I see. Thank you. Did you have any questions, or can I get back to work? That's all. Don't worry, monsieur. I think we're done here. Thank you for your time. Then I bid you good day.
A new day. You again. Visiting hours are over. Come back later.
I have no time for your quibbling, monsieur. Stand aside.
You can't talk to me like that.
I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. That's in direct violation of statutes 204B and 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result in you, yes, you, monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action.
All right. No need to break out the legalese on me. I'll go open the cell. Well, Falcon, how'd you memorize those criminal codes?
Memorize? Come on, sparrowson, learn how to bluff.
Nice. I love lying. Jesus Christ, that scares me every time. Anyway.
Ah, Senor Falcon, it's so good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope. Listen, 1. In order to maximize our chances of a successful trial, I need to know every bit of information. I can't work with half-truths. If you tell me one thing, and the prosecution's evidence tells me another, then we're both in trouble because that rooster is going to he's gonna kill me, man. He's gonna just destroy me up on the stand. I'm afraid I don't quite follow, senor. Do you want me to spell it out? We're fucked. I know you're not the Prince of Spain. I know your name is not Juan Quierdo. Where is this coming from? I assure you, senor, that I am who I claim to be. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come on, sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait. Calm yourself, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal all.
Did you just say monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent that you weren't doing?
Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Quierdo is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested. Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position, monsieur. If I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story.
I like stories.
There was a girl, a mademoiselle, who was in a great deal of debt. Everyone has debt these days, monsieur. Indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. The mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story.
So this is clearly the swan.
The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in the mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I'm saying, monsieur? I understand, monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit, but I'm glad you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. If I may ask, monsieur, why did you not just go to the police with the information that you had? The police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem?
Real.
I'll let you know when I figure it out, monsieur. Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime.
So what is your real name? I think I know. What fox have we met who isn't there?
What's in a name? It's just an empty label, a vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I am Juan Quierdo, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno Reyer, a pauper living under a bridge of the Seine. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do. That didn't really answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart bird, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect that you already know my real name. You are Renard Vulpes, private investigator. Very astute. And you are Monsieur Falcon, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on the whim.
The fuck does that mean? Who are we? Who are we? Oh my god. Evil Arc for JJ Falcon.
You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that.
This isn't about me.
Juan Bernard Bolsier. We're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course. So what truth is it that you're attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon? None of them. I don't have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can for now.
Really? I don't feel that we've learned very much.
Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget, could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Whether birds have flown south? What is that? Some sort of code?
Clearly.
Something like that. But rest assured, Monsieur, that this does directly pertain to the case. Well, if we have time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, sparrowson. Trial day is approaching. Yeah, how many fucking days left do we have?
Right.
A new die.
Falcon, what are you doing? It's trial day. We have a Spanish prince to defend.
Oh, right. What was I thinking? Yeah, what are we thinking?
Sorry, I was getting a drink.
Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grand Instance. Are you feeling nervous, Falcon? I'm feeling fucked. If you were curious, I think we're screwed.
I think we're gonna do very badly. I don't think this is gonna go well. I think we're screwed.
Of course I'm nervous. What have we learned about Prince Juan? What do we know about the real murderer? Nothing.
Easy there, Falcon. We can do this.
Jesus Christ.
Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order. Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Ah, such confidence. That's magnificent to see. In bringing the truth to light, you say, an admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants.
And all of you, cease your yammering. The door's opening.
Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcon.
We will.
I don't remember the prosecutor's voice.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
JJ.
Severin. Nervous. Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. The whole courtroom is nervous.
Oh, cool your feathers, Falcon.
Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before the trial has even started, why, you pompous-tailed, posture perfect.
Oh. Different judge.
Order, order. Let's all settle down. Court is now in session.
Psst. Falcon.
What is it?
Is it me or does the primary judge look hairier today?
That's a different judge to the one who resided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus.
Oh. Still, it's a little strange, isn't it?
Not really. There are a dozen judges in Paris alone. It only makes sense that we see different ones in different cases.
It would be so weird if it was the same judge every time. Am I right, guys? That would be great. Can you imagine if it was the same judge for like years, just years and years, and for every single trial except for like one, it's the same judge? Wouldn't that be nuts? Wouldn't that be crazy if it was the same judge for a really long time? That'd be absolutely wild. Anyway. Hold on, what was this? Sorry, I just got a message and I'm like, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? I don't understand it. Let's just listen to this music and enjoy for a second. While I try to figure out what's going on here. Alright, great.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxine would be residing over this case. Where is he?
Judge Maxine has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs.
That is suspicious. That is weird. That is suspicious and weird.
But rest assured, SUS, prosecutor, defense, and the members of the jury that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get this show on the way. This is the trial of Prince Juan Guerdo, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call. The defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. Five minutes?
He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together.
So we're all on the same page. Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand. Very well. I call the police officer who first investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Juste Volerti. It's still not Voltaire.
Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath.
Fuck, what was his voice? Doesn't matter.
I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector Juste Volerti, and I am a servant of the law, a scourge of the gutter rats. That will do, Inspector. We've all heard your monologue before.
Oh, Cocorico is really going for the speedy record, isn't he?
I fucked that line up really bad. Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January?
Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guard.
Did he just say o'clock?
There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in his hand, and about 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death.
Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions.
Damn. I was hoping that the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something.
That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony.
Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness.
Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time.
A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand. Never. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered.
This sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it for now. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination.
Do I have anything that tells me about, like, the time of death?
$10 you say? Correct. 10 o'clock. From the time you were called, how long did it take you to arrive at the crime scene?
Knuckle crack, I'm sorry. Here, let me mute my mic while I do this. Sorry about that, thank you.
Around 5 minutes. I happened to be in the neighboring Palais Royal at the time, so it was a simple journey.
His voice keeps rapidly changing because I have no idea what it is.
Then I'm guessing that Major Howell would have been dead for around 10 minutes by the time you arrived. That would be a fair estimate.
Plenty of time for a bad guy to slip away, huh?
That's definitely a possibility. I don't think the court would appreciate my wild speculations, though. Another question about arrival at 10 o'clock. I have no more questions about the inspector's clocking habit. Inspector, you say there were around 24 citizens, all of whom attest to seeing my client deliver the poisoned rose.
Oh boy, when you put it like that, our situation seems a little dire, doesn't it?
Correct. We collected precisely 22 testimonies, and there were no major inconsistencies. I would like some further details. What exactly did the testimonies say?
Each citizen attested to seeing the king and his entourage approaching a new painting in the garden gallery. They each heard the king deliver a short speech which was on the subject of the progress and societal improvements and whatnot. There was some applause, then Prince Juan stepped out of the crowd and approached the king with a rose in his hand. Each person then saw Major Howell take the rose from Prince Juan, and each person saw Major Howell promptly chopped dead.
I see.
Some of the descriptions of the man's death were quite graphic. He convulsed, twisted, spasmed, said one witness. His mouth frothed like he was a rabid lunatic, said another.
Thank you, Inspector. I think we get the picture.
Another question about the child's testimony. Yes.
Are the testimonies trustworthy?
I saw nothing to give me doubt.
But surely there is a possibility that the citizens were bribed or threatened. Falcon, I can understand having doubts about 1 or 2 testimonies, but are you really saying that 22 people were coerced? It's a realistic possibility that we must consider.
Monsieur Falcon, I know a thing or two about corruption.
Why did I say it like that?
I've seen plenty of liars during my time as a police officer. A man can be bribed or threatened into reciting a lie. Perhaps 5 or 6 can maintain a consistent story, but 22? The seams of that lie would show well before then. It's just not possible. Well said, Inspector. Defense don't waste our time by bringing up these stupid possibilities.
They're stalling. What a buffoon. We lost favor with the jury. We're fucked.
Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howell was killed by poisoning.
Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There's no possibility that his death was natural.
Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was?
He was not certain. At first, the coroner posited it was plant-borne poison, like that of the aconite flower, but when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that this was atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested it might have been some newly engineered concoction.
Newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that this was a very deliberate assassination attempt.
Indeed.
How exactly was Major Howell poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism?
His finger was pricked by the poison rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this.
Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else? What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? That's exactly what I'm suggesting. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Howell was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause.
Sorry, one sec.
Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon could fail to draw the blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I shall end this discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was in fact the poison delivery mechanism.
Actually, I can't tell him that. I dread to ask, but why not?
We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning, given the timing of the incident.
Oh my god, guys! Well then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there's no poison on the rose, then Prince Juan lives, and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies. But that's okay, because the punishment would be fitting of the crime.
A marvelous suggestion.
What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severine. Also, they forgot the accent on this name. That's not how we do things here. Calm your feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence.
Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all.
Why is that?
Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes.
I mean, like... Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be thrown into question. Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained poison, something the investigative police blindly overlooked. Look at this. What am I supposed to be looking at?
It is the paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found at the Louvre. The Salle de Tibre to be...
I don't think that's how that's said.
Salle du Tibre.
Salle du Tibre, to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident because my assistant has a good nose. You're not suggesting that Major Howell ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I most certainly am. Intriguing. Pretty convincing. You gained a little favor with the jury. Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? The police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism. The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damned job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish, I'll take my leave. Until next time, messieurs. So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident. I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be.
You have a foodie witness. I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh! I see.
But do you know for certain that Major Howell consumed this chocolate? Well, that is a fact we're still investigating. I see. And do you have any evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned? Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitively prove. So then, in actuality, you do not have any evidence that Major Howell consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak. Even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He is a man who claims to have had an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident.
Fuck, we didn't confirm with the guy who bought chocolate. I think we completely fucked this case. I really think we fucked this case. Hold on, let me check something. Does aviary attorney have different endings for cases? Maybe this is cheating, but it's fine. Since aviary attorney has multiple endings, okay, never mind. There is 3 different endings, but this one might... I think you can win and lose this. We might be able to lose this case. We might lose this case, guys.
I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. So that'll be interesting. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath?
Ah, shit. We never met this guy.
Hello? Hello, hello? Hello? All right, the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear and to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Please state your full name and occupation for the court record. Yeah, we're fucked. We're fucked, guys. We're fucked.
My name is Toussaint Lightly and Kingsley. What?
I fucked that up so bad.
Toussaint.
Toussaint?
And I am a person who fishes. A person who fishes. So you are a fisherman?
Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this.
I beg your pardon.
Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman because didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you are carrying a fishing rod. And can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look. The prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly he must be a horse jockey.
Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. We can list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman.
Thank you.
Actually, why are you carrying a riding crop, Sabrine? I've never seen you ride a horse. I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane?
This is veering quite far off course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions?
Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident?
Yes, I was sitting upon a railing at the Pont d'Art.
The Pont d'Art. That's a new bridge that's just a stone's throw away from the Louvre's south entrance, is it not?
That's right.
And what were you doing at the time of the incident?
I was fishing.
Kingfishers. Am I right, Falcon? So you would have plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw?
Well, the Louvre's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m., I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then around 9:30, I saw this shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance.
Your Honor, I object to the witness's use of the term shifty-looking. It's a vague and biased description.
No, really, he looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem.
Rubbing a stem of a rose, you say, as if you were applying something to the flower, perhaps?
Well, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate.
Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question.
But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some kind of powder on the stem.
Wow. Even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like what we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes.
I smell perjury.
You do?
No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling at the near the scene of the crime. That's not believable at all.
I think you might be right. I wonder if we have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. I don't know if we have anything.
Really, this nonsense again. You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question?
I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor.
Fine, do your thing. Go on, Falcon, make a fool out of yourself.
My throat hurts. The allergies are getting to me.
I'm like, I don't have enough information. I don't have enough stuff. I don't know.
Monsieur Kingsley, you say that you saw a fox rubbing the stem of a rose.
Yep, saw it with my own eyes.
How far away were you from the south entrance? 20 meters, perhaps? 30? I am somewhat doubtful that you can make powder being applied to anything at those sort of distances.
Monsieur, I don't claim to have seen the powder itself. I just said that it looked like he was applying powder to the flower stem. It could have been wax, liquid, or whatever, but the guy was definitely putting something on the flower.
I see. Well, it's nice and vague.
Do do have another question, yes.
Are you certain the fox was handling a rose and not some other type of flower?
Pretty sure. Red petals stand out quite nicely on a great January morning.
So you are confident, you are absolutely sure you saw a bright red flower in the fox's hand. What are you getting at, JJ? Nothing, really. I'm just making sure Monsieur Knight Kingley is confident in what he saw.
I'm as confident as
a Crucian carpture.
Fuck. Monsieur Kingley, you say that you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont d'Art on the morning of the incident. Yep. You said you had a good view of the Louvre's south entrance, didn't you? Yep, the Pont d'Art is a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallery's south side.
What about the other entrances?
The other entrances? You mean like if you were entering from the Tuileries Gardens or the Place de Carousel? Ugh, the French.
No, I couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge.
But of course, that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingley witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with the flower in hand, and that's what counts.
What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from...
the Place de Carousel to the north?
That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence?
Oh wait, shit. Well, no. To yourself. Perhaps you should keep your pointless speculation to yourself.
Agreed. Defense, please cease with this blatant time-wasting tactic. This trial's a farce, guilty for sure.
Oh, we're fucked.
Don't give up, Falcon. You're onto something.
Am I?
Yeah, there's no way Prince Juan used the south entrance. Think harder. You're right. Yes.
Let me check how this one's pronounced.
Tuileries.
Tuileries Garden to the west. That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from the Tuileries Gardens? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definitive proof that Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south. Hey, I know what I saw, Monsieur. I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show us this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered from the Louvre from the Tuileries Garden.
Tuileries.
Look at this. Take a look. A book page. Page 44 of Don Quixote is specifically. It was found just outside of the Louvre's west entrance. This proves nothing. I'm not done yet. Take a look at this. Don Quixote. This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he's had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That was the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Severine?
They really are not consistent with the accent on that E.
Saverine. The defendant was present in the Tuileries Garden prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that, in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Knightley from Pont d'Art. What? I know what I saw, Monsieur. A fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the defendant took the long way around. One can still travel from Tuileries to the Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river. An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery. Let's not say silly things, Cucurico.
Is it Cucurico or Cucurico?
Cucurico.
Cucurico.
Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation. Now you're the one who's blindly speculating.
It's not blind speculation, it's viable hypothesis. You're fond of logic, aren't you, Kokoriku? Let's talk about Occam's razor. One torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses. We must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories has fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on its way to the Louvre's south entrance. 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the one-off chance that it would be discovered. Then he took the long way round. How dare you? The nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts. I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes.
Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What's the point of all this yammering?
The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction.
No, everything I've said is true.
I suspect the witness isn't even a fisherman.
I'm not a fisherman.
See, he admits it himself.
That's not what I meant.
Innocent, perhaps. What a twist! Gained a little favor with the jury.
Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant Falcon in his place, don't you?
I must concede.
You concede.
On this point at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component in Monsieur Kingley's testimony is false.
No!
This doesn't mean Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable.
But I did see something, I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. That part of the story, I made that part of the story up. But I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance of the morning of the murder.
A swan?
Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honor, Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the Hare v. Tortoise trial.
Is it that late already? Curses, I was hoping we could have the whole case wrapped up in a single trial session. It's a shame, but ultimately an accurate sentencing is always preferable to speedy sentencing.
That's alright, I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damned job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already.
Really good legal system we've got here, France.
I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor.
Fuck.
A lot came up in that trial.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingley, lie on the witness stand? No idea, huh?
Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. John Romulus. He was acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why?
Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty.
I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here.
Excuse me, Monsieur. Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon. Sorry to bother you, but this letter just arrived. I think it's for you.
A letter from me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office.
Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert? Hush, sparrowson. I don't need to be pitted by a first-year dropout. Oh, good comeback.
So what does the letter say, Falcon?
It's a threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters.
Whoa, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see.
Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary.
There's no question that this letter originated from Major Howell's murderer. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth. Or they. What the fuck does that mean? It's France in 1800s. Earlier? Looking at these clothes. Late 1700s? What time is this? Do we have a date? Do we have a year? I don't fucking know. Wait, maybe it's later than that. I think it's mid-1800s. I think mid-1800s. I think we're mid-1800s.
Sounds about right, but why would a person write out with cut-out newspaper letters like this?
Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare to.
We're still going ahead with our investigation, though, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count.
Okay, we have 3 days. A new day. We have to talk to there. Maybe we should go to chocolate. Okay, very quickly, I'm gonna go get more of a drink because I'm out of drink, and then I'll be right back. So give me a few minutes, and I'll be back for this part 2 of the trial, I guess. Hello, I'm back, and I have a cookie this time. Which isn't great for voice acting, but it's great for me. Alright, let's desperately try to do this. Let's see.
It looks like that porcupine fellow has left the building.
Did you want to ask him something?
Nothing in particular. I just wanted some more details on this Renard Vulpes. But I suppose we'll have to leave it for now.
Did I waste a day coming here?
I think we've bothered Monsieur Robinho enough. Let's move elsewhere.
Oh, fuck, we fucked it. We wasted a day.
God damn it. Let's make a move. Shit. The risk I took was calculated, but man, I was bad at math.
Oh, hello again. I made a cookie.
Hello, Mousy.
Mousy, we have a question for you. It's from Prince Juan himself.
He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter, whatever that means.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the birds have migrated successfully. But if Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He wants you to take these. Go on, take them, take them.
These are used train ticket stubs. 1 second. I'm eating. This is on me. I don't play games I can eat and play at the same time often.
It looks like 2 people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy?
Prince Juan said they would help with the trial. See the names.
Gautier Carnier and Cole Carnier. I recognize this surname, but I don't know who these people are.
Neither do I, really. Prince Juan told me to book train tickets for these people, and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did.
Strange. I'm not sure exactly how these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them just in case. Let's go, Sparrowson. I'm done playing courier.
Good call.
Okay. A new day. God. Fuck! Sorry.
I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together quite nicely.
Is it? Dude, I do not have the confidence that you do in this case.
I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting this whole case in jeopardy. We have 1 day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre. Or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Joy.
Le canard joyeux.
Le Canard Joyeux.
Maybe it's a Leighton thing where he knows and you don't. You know what? That might be true. Professor Leighton, look out. Literally on site, sir. On fucking site. Joyeux. I'm so bad at French. That's the thing about me. I'm so bad at French. I'm so bad at it.
Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet.
Falcon, we need to talk.
What's up?
See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized we're missing a crucial piece of evidence.
What evidence would that be?
Well, we know that Monsieur... I'm just making up shit. Well, we all know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died. And we know he died of poisoning. But we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause.
That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Kokuriku will almost certainly bring it up.
So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison.
Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish.
If it ends in a consonant, don't pronounce it. Well, we can definitely try that.
Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrappers, Sparrowson?
Maybe.
Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that.
I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 minutes ago.
Sparrowson? Sparrowson?
He fucking died. Literally Maya coded. Literally Maya coded. Maya Faye. She's like, I mean, I'll take one for the team. Get me to a doctor, Nick.
Doctor, is Sparrowson okay?
Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed.
Oh, thank God.
How did you say this happened again?
It's a long story. Lowering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this?
I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment.
That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him.
Wait a moment. There's a matter of Bill.
We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down.
I see. Well, I'll rest assured that your friend is in good hands.
Don't worry about the needle.
This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this.
I finally found you.
Did someone say something?
Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen.
Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. All right, I'll step forward, but it will be the last thing you ever see.
Oh, fuck. Phoenix confronting murderers with evidence in, like, every single game.
Au revoir, JJ Falcon.
It's so funny to me that Phoenix never learns his fucking lesson. He gets evidence and he's like, what if I show it to the murderer? Like, what the fuck are you doing, Phoenix? He does it, what? 3 times in the first case? In the first game. He does it 3 times in the first game, is that right? He does it with Red. He does it with, Vasquez. He does it with Von Karma. Like, stop showing people your shit. The only reason he doesn't do it in Larry's case is because we don't get investigation scenes. Like, stop showing people your evidence. My guy, stop confronting people you think might be murderers with evidence that proves they killed someone. Stop doing it. It is really funny, but also stop doing that.
What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2...
Fuck, we're underwater.
Did it work? Ah, Dame Catterline.
I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up.
Shut up. I don't need to be lectured by a murderer.
I'm the murderer? Why, Monsieur Falcon, it was your accusations that put Baron Rogriel on death row.
It wasn't my fault. Babe, where are you going? Out of my way, Saverin. I'm not done talking to Dame Catterline. It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather?
What's happening?
I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too?
What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up.
This is also Maya coded. Like, everyone's coming to Phoenix in his, like, dying dreams. Like, you fucked up so bad. You fucked up. You messed up so fucking bad. And Maya's just like, wake the fuck up. What are you doing? Wake up. She's, like, hitting him. That's what Maya's doing in his mind. Just beating the shit out of him because he won't open his eyes. Maya is the only one consciously in his dream, though. That's just a thing the Fays can do. So true. So true. She knows she's in there. She's like, fuck this again, Nick. Jesus Christ.
Come on, monsieur. Wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me.
Oh, he's dripping wet again.
Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I was have to find a doctor or a mortician.
my head. Where am I?
The Pont des Arts, you know, by the Louvre, in Paris. France? I just fished you out of the Seine. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Hero Falcon or Falco or something.
What time is it? Actually, what day is it?
You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January, around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning.
21st, 9 o'clock. Oh no! I should have been at the Cour de...
French!
Cour d'assises.
Cour d'assises 10 minutes ago.
Well, you're running late, but take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding.
Maybe if I sprint it.
In your condition, that would be stupid. Clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes.
No time.
Wait, monsieur. At least take this before you go.
What's this, a dip pen? No, wait, that's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle, gold nib, this is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine.
Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you.
I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine.
Green ink. Do we have anything that has green ink? No, we don't. I keep thinking about Ace Attorney because this game is so similar to Ace Attorney. I love the idea of Phoenix showing up to a trial fucking soaking wet. He just fell in another river. He dragged his ass to court. He has not gotten a towel yet. He is leaving puddles everywhere. Just like, fuck, a fucking mess. And very funny if, like, Miles is prosecuting and he's like, what the fuck, Phoenix? Like, what are you? You're leaving puddles all over the floor of the courtroom. Anyway, these are things I'm thinking about. If you were curious. I just think it's really funny to... Hell yes! I don't know why there was a bear or why he went up a tree, but fuck yeah, we love to see it. I love the idea of Phoenix showing up in just states of distress.
Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one.
Hey, don't call me a fisherman.
Oh, you know what? So real of you.
It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defense not present?
Such unprofessionalism.
If there's no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howell and conspiring to murder the king.
Your Honor, may I have a word?
Fine, but make it quick.
I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in the case that the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served.
You're the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed.
Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict.
Great news, everyone. Great news. Cocorico has already done the growth needed to know that it's not just about getting a guilty verdict. Cocorico already gets it. He already understands that the point is finding truth, and he didn't even have to fake kill himself to figure it out. So, yeah.
Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute.
No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice.
Spirit of Justice. Great name reference. Good game. Good job, video game. That one was good.
That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there's little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury.
Hello, he's here, and he is dripping wet.
The defense is present, Your Honor.
You're too late, Falcon.
Mon Dieu, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? Something. Like that. Your Honor, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice.
Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court.
This actually is a thing. Not this, but there are judges I've heard who can be kind of like harsher and not as kind to lawyers if they aren't showing up like looking the proper amount of formal for their courtroom. So you don't want to show up looking like a drowned rat, but you should explain. You should be like, hey, someone tried to kill me. I ended up in a river. I came as soon as I could.
Your Honor.
But Your Honor, rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred.
Yeah, normal high school teacher nonsense. Absolutely. Except they have the ability to throw you in jail.
It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France, he's here.
Hey! Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity.
Ah, Your Majesty, what a surprise. You see, you know it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late. Oh, pish-posh, France did become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, and to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Did I get it right?
That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the King testifying? No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine by me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of a king, would you, Your Honor?
Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial.
Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with a tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little. Perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre? Ah, right. Well, of course. My entourage and I entered through the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle de Toubre. Who gives a shit? With little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled a new painting and gave short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose which was taken by Major Howell, and well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Madams and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony, it is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France.
The King of France. Just checking in here to remind everyone. The King of France. The King of France, guys. He is the most trustworthy man in all of France. You cannot find a man more trustworthy than this guy. He's as good as it gets. Never tell a lie.
Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king, the utter nerve... Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want your best courtroom drama material.
Me in every conversation. Me in literally every conversation. Mess dams? Interesting. I'm still finishing this cookie. It was big. And it was also only half of one. These cookies were fucking huge.
Your Majesty, you say that you were presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain. Indeed, he formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me Senor.
I mean, I guess that logic is flawless, right? Like, who says senor other than the Prince of Spain? Right? No one. He's the only one who does that. So, he's gotta be.
I find it curious that Major Howell snatched the rose before you could take it. Why did he do that?
The Major has always been a protective fellow. I think he was just doing his diligence as a royal guard. And given how he took the figurative bullet from me, I would say that he did his job well.
Well, I can't argue with that. Your Majesty, prosecutor, members of the court, brace yourselves because I have a revelation that will turn this trial on its head. Juan Quierto is not the Prince of Spain.
That's not a revelation, Falcon.
It isn't?
Of course not. We all knew that the current ruler is Queen Regent Isabella II and that she has no children. The Quiertos are obviously pretenders to the throne. Prince Juan's title is probably self-appointed.
But his name isn't even Juan Quierto.
I don't even think this fox is Spanish. So what?
So what? That's important.
JJ, what's important is that this man is accused of committing murder and for conspiring to kill the king. That's what's in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He could be named Juan Quierto or Bob Struney for all I care. It doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January 6th.
I suppose that's true.
Never mind. Your Majesty, you say you passed through the Salle de Tibre, uneventfully.
Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings, then moved on to the Grand Gallery.
Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle de Tibre? I gotta fucking check this one. It's gonna bother me.
Salle du Tibre.
That's fine. What did I see? Well, Roman stuff, mostly.
I meant aside from Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in that room who wasn't a member of your entourage?
You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest.
I have reason to believe this was the key moment of the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw.
Then I suppose you will have to proceed, Your Majesty. All right, let me think. So there was that giant doorstep. Stop. There was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else now you ask. I was offered a box of chocolate by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf.
What?
Did I say something startling, prosecutor?
No. Please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session.
Well, that's debatable.
To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, the mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her?
Really? She's relevant. Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s.
A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was...
Fuck! I didn't mean to click it, I hit my... No, that name doesn't sound familiar. It's fine. I'm just like, I'm lamenting that I can't go back. And like I don't know if that like messed it up. So I'm just like, ugh. Hopefully that didn't fuck it up. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major, but that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial.
Circumstantial, my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates.
Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proven that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume the swan was merely offering a gift, rather than speculating that she's a murderer.
Yes, yes! Shame on you, defense. Implicating a poor, innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why I ought to end the trial.
Hold on. I do have evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned.
I don't believe you, JJ. If you have a piece of evidence that's significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it.
Well,
I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. God damn it, I have the hiccups. Why am I not surprised?
The drama was just getting good. Why did you all of a sudden go quiet?
Well, Your Majesty, it appears the defense just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe this cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and sparrowson ate it. Stop, JJ. Stop, while you still have a little bit of dignity. The results of whatever crackpot pseudoscientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor.
About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty.
Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs.
I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection! Sorry, I've always wanted to do that.
Sparrowson, are you okay?
Yup, the doctor said I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on the poison chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note. See? It's too late. The trial is over.
You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it.
Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges.
Who told you that? I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It is to ensure that justice is served.
I swear you're the worst prosecutor of all of France.
Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear.
This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms, like not knowing how to speak French. These include profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from a plant known as aconite, aka monkshood, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the content of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falret.
Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered.
Awesome. Wait, did you say the king is here?
You can get his autograph later.
Right. So, what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something?
To be honest, I see little to cross-examine.
Do your damned job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds.
Your Honor, he has a note, signed by a medical professional, definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details, or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that.
So what the hell do we do now?
We do nothing, Your Honor. The poisoned wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But this level of doubt unreasonable. But is this level of doubt reasonable? I fucked that up so many times in a row. My God. Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous. A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims?
Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help.
Thank you, Sparrowson.
Hello?
You. Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to the case, but what are you trying to pull off now?
Surprise witness.
Surprise witness?
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Kokoriku liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we'd beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Kanye, so she can testify about Prince Juan's character.
You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Sorry, I had to pause because I was like, do I know this piece?
Just moments before you arrived, the court established Mademoiselle Carnier as a possible suspect for this case.
What? That can't be right.
Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify.
You want to testify? Do you understand what you're agreeing to?
I do. I have accepted my fate.
Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Carnier as a witness? No, none, bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan and not convict Mademoiselle Carnier.
Yeah, imagine having to convict someone. That's crazy. Having to figure out the murderer. That's crazy. That's not our job. Can you imagine having to do that? That's nuts. Why would we have to solve the murder? That's crazy.
Signe.
Signe. I'm fucking it up. It's not Kanye. It's Signe.
Signe.
Signe. There's not even really an A at the end. Signe. Signe.
Signe.
Signe. Fuck me, I'm bad at French. Oop, clicking on calculators and calendars instead of, like, the game.
Prosecuting is my job, of course.
I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath.
The oath?
Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Come on.
I swear, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Good, very good.
Please state your name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Catherine Marie Signe, and I am a flower seller.
Mademoiselle Signe, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of 7th of January.
Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle de Toubre, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates.
No, that can't be right.
I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire.
Why did you do it, mademoiselle?
Why, Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people.
I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something.
Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely.
No, monsieur. I am confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt, and nobody else's. I wanted to prove that I could.
Intriguing.
Pretty convincing.
You gained a little favor with the jury.
Well, defense, it looks like you've wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky for you. So, shall we wrap this court session up?
No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor.
Further questions? To what end? You've already proven your client's innocence.
I wish to uncover the truth.
You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence.
Nonetheless, I believe the mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further.
Something of huge importance. I won't allow it.
Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness?
You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You're doing my head in.
This guy is a wild judge.
Fine. If it will shut you up, I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though.
Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say.
Please take a look at these, mademoiselle.
Train ticket stubs?
Look at the names.
Papa and Maman? Maman? Is it Maman? You'd think I'd know after how much Miraculous Ladybug fic I wrote. And Maman.
Maman.
Cool.
In Vienna. Really? Are they safe?
They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox.
Then that means the wolf had nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely.
Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there?
I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king, except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under the threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh and my flower business has been struggling. One day a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold, but I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those who I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus.
We need a different judge in here. Can we get a second judge? Can we get a second judicial opinion in the house?
Ha, what a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of the girl to accuse the man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering.
Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor, although admittedly this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They're always proven to be fabrications born of desperation.
I've never been more honest, monsieur.
Listen, Mademoiselle Signet, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story?
Proof?
You say the judge lent you money. Then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. The contract would suffice as proof.
The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him.
How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist. The mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie.
Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Signet?
A link, of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that mademoiselle's story is true.
I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Signet in the past. I know this because, at this very moment, I am holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. You are? It must be the pen, but I don't know how.
I know this pen belongs to Judge Romulus. This much is obvious. But if I were to present it right now, it wouldn't prove anything. I need to find a link to the judge and the crime scene. What are you waiting for, defense? Show us the supposed evidence of my meddling.
Fuck, what the fuck am I supposed to present? It could be the paper, it could be the page of the book, or it could be the chocolate. But we didn't ask the elephant if he bought the chocolate.
Everyone take a look at this. This item ties the... Okay.
What the fuck is it? They're like, you have something, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I literally don't know what they're talking about. Hey, video game, what do you mean?
Enough. You're overstepping your bounds as a defense attorney, Falcon. You've clearly proven that your client is innocent by tracking down the real murderer. Your job is done.
But your honor, I'm afraid the judge is right here, JJ. It's obvious you want to exonerate this mademoiselle, and that's admirable, but it's also obvious you don't have the evidence to support your claims right here and now. Let this go. The mademoiselle can defend herself in her own trial.
So we're in agreement, prosecutor. We're ready to wrap things up.
We are. I have no further questions for the defense or for Mademoiselle Kanye. Signé? Fuck.
Then I shall now converse with the jury to decide Prince Juan's verdict, although I suspect this won't take too long.
Don't worry, mademoiselle. We'll get you out of this. Won't we, Falcon?
Sparrowson, you are clearly a caring individual, but this outcome is for the best. How
the hell is this for the best?
My parents are safe. That's all I wanted.
Your parents? But what about you?
Well, that deliberation was straightforward. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Querdo, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty.
I'm obsessed with the fact that they use the Ace Attorney font for this. It's so funny, basically.
Your Honor, what will happen to me?
You haven't been formally tried yet. But fortunately for you, we have a free trial slot this afternoon. We should be able to determine your guilt by nightfall. You may even see the blade of a guillotine by tomorrow. How lucky.
I see.
You look scared, mademoiselle. Don't fret. They sharpen the guillotine blades frequently. Nobody likes gallows humor. Whatever, court is adjourned.
I think this is goodbye. Thank you, Monsieur Falcon. Monsieur Sparrowson. You did your best.
It can't end like this. This isn't how I wanted things to go, Senor Falcon.
No, me neither.
We mustn't blame ourselves. You made an admirable effort to save everyone.
What good is effort if these are the results I produce?
Tell me, Senor Falcon, do you know why I hired you as my defense lawyer?
I really don't.
I hired you because I thought you were a lawyer with a philosophy, an ideal. And I stand by that. You're a man with a strong ideal. It's just unrefined, like a polished gemstone. I'm sure that given enough time, your ideal will become refined, and you will live up to your reputable family name.
The Falcon name is reputable? I didn't know that.
He's not talking about... Never mind.
In any case, here's your payment.
I don't deserve this.
Keep it. I dragged you into this. It's only fair that I compensate you for your time. I think this will be the last you see of Prince Juan, but feel free to come by R&M Associates if you need any help in this future, Senor Falcon.
Impressive, JJ. You actually managed to successfully defend your client.
Saffron,
are you going to be in charge of prosecuting Mademoiselle Signé? Probably. Why? Do you think you can get her a reduced sentence for attempting to murder the king? I empathize with the Mademoiselle JJ, but I'm not a miracle worker. No lawyer can save the flower girl now. Oh yeah, I'm going to get a drink.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see.
Jesus Christ.
Do I remember the July Revolution? Of course. How could I ever forget? The chanting, the violence, the smell of gunpowder. The 3 glorious days.
Whoa. Well. Man. Oh, hi! Whoa. Act 3, The Sleeping City. That's a terrible S. I can't believe he's skipping work again. Okay, hold on. So we did get the bad ending for that one. But I don't think that the endings you get in the cases affect the ending you get for the entire game. Yeah, it's possible to lose every single case of the game or miss certain pieces of evidence and get all 3 endings. So...
Since Aviary Attorney has multiple endings, I expected your choices and trial outcomes to play a major role in how the game branches. Instead, they influence dialogue and available options, while the main story follows a fairly linear path until one specific part where it branches into its 3 endings. So, we could finish this game and then hypothetically go back and play some of, like, I think we probably got the only ending to the first case, but we might not have. But we can try to get the good ending where the judge, I can't tell you that, I just checked, and the judge does get arrested in a different ending. So we did just, like, fail to, like, go to the right places, talk to the right people, on that one. So we can just play through, but here's the thing, I have to finish each day. So we're gonna do one day of this one, and then we're gonna stop, because otherwise, it resets at the start of each day, and I don't want to have to do a bunch next week again, skip through it again. So yeah, let's do that. I can't believe he's skipping work again. I swear, if I find that moping bird brain at Le Canard Joyeux, whatever. Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon.
Morning, Spit.
No, wait. It's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is, where the hell have you been, lazy bones?
Oh, it's far too early for this kind of level of roasting. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon.
I still don't know if I'm saying that right, but it doesn't matter. No way. We've got important business to discuss, and I can't do that if you're half drunk.
Mon Dieu, give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial.
Something on your mind?
Actually, yes. It was what that wolf judge said about the revolution.
That guy was off his rocker. And besides, if we're worried about every potential French Revolution, we would never get any work done at all. Am I right?
Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about that important business we wanted to discuss. You wanted to discuss. I don't actually care.
Oh yeah, the business. A letter. This one's from, the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything.
That is indeed a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors.
All right. Monsieur Falcon, meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the Place de la Bastille. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Volerty. That's it. How terse.
A proposal from the inspector.
Do you have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Like, a marriage proposal? That'd be crazy.
Not a clue.
So, are we gonna meet him and find out?
Nope. The inspector is a crime-obsessed nincompoop. I have no intention of listening to anything he has to say.
But what if the proposal's really good? Like, we have 100 liters of wine that need to be drunk post-haste.
Wishful thinking. It's more likely he just has some paper-pushing task that the police can't be bothered to do.
Huh. Can I make a suggestion? Let's go meet the inspector. If he gives us an impossibly good wine gig, then we can graciously accept.
And if he offers us a terrible paper-pushing job,
then we can reject it to his face. In style. We can tell him...
to shove it?
Yeah, we can be like, shove it, Inspector. Say it with me, Falcon.
Shove it, Inspector. Shove your lousy paper-pushing job.
Louder.
Shove it, Inspector.
That felt pretty good. All right, let's go stick it to the inspector in person. Oh, but before I forget, I need to drop by the hospital at some point.
What did you eat this time?
No, it's not like that. Well, not entirely. I need to pay the bill for my last visit. How much money do we have?
Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit, but the inspector's call should take priority, I think.
A new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. Ugh. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location?
Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the Ancien Regime.
Wait, you think the inspector worked here during the Ancien Regime? Do you think that's who got his old war wounds?
It was a joke, Sparrowson. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old.
Well.
Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector.
What could he want with all three of us?
It's hardly unusual for the lawyers and the police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck.
A big investigative role? Sounds juicy.
Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus?
No, what?
It turns out he acquired through his position as a judge through illegal means, so a warrant has been put out for his arrest. He's a wanted... I guess we didn't finish that one.
He acquired his position through illegal means? What does that even mean?
I'm a little hazy on the details. Something about pushing another judge into the Seine.
I can believe that.
I imagine, though, like, he was arrested, but, Signet might have still been executed? Anyway, I'm sure he'll be caught before long. No one manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... Oh, you're tall! He's tall! I didn't realize he was so tall.
Ah, good. You're all here.
Excuse me, Monsieur, Mr. Inspector Volerty, sir. Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison?
Don't drag me into this, you fool. I was joking.
You impudent whelps, I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution, 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood.
Oh, great. Now you've set him off.
We were given the order to charge at a rebel barricade.
Barricades in France.
My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom, without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up, and I saw a looming figure, standing between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Parisian killer himself.
Ahem. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we are here.
Oh, right. Of course, why we're here. What I'm about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential. You understand, it's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group.
Do I say hipsters? Hey chat, do I say hipsters? They sure gave me this option.
Hipsters.
It's true. The other day I was called a pop-loving pleb for enjoying Chopin.
Now's not the time for joking, you two. The inspector's obviously talking about the growing rumors of an uprising.
Correct. A rebellion is coming. Indeed, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months, no, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed, and newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent still remain.
No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get even angrier.
Indeed, and that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible, which is why I've contacted lawyers. For that, I need your help.
What exactly do you want us to do?
Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police.
Do we have any leads?
Just one. We know that the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant, who is only referred to as the Croque Monsieur.
Croque.
Croque?
Croque.
Croque? Sure.
Like the sandwich?
Is it? Wait, I want to look up the sandwich. Oh, it is. What is it? It's a delicious ham and cheese sandwich made with Gruyere, parm, and ham, and a simple bechamel sauce. It looks fucking good. It might just be a fancy grilled cheese, but it does look fucking good. I gotta give them that. It might be just fancy grilled cheese, but fancy grilled cheese can be good. I would slam one of these. I would slam one of these, absolutely. 100% would.
What? The Croque Monsieur. It's a hot sandwich. Ham, cheese, ham, a little bechamel, throw on some peppers if it's a Friday night. This has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croque Monsieur is the
alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know.
That's everything? That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking. Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work.
Ooh, egg. Tasty.
Oh, did I not? Am I out of the... Yes, I am. I would be honored to lend any and all assistance.
Stuck up.
That's very good to hear, Monsieur Kukuriku. But what about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte.
You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. You're surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard are sitting ducks. Look at the slackers and the dullards who supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous trials. Those are the results I produced with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Cataline and Prince Juan. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course.
But Dame Cataline,
it doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction, and you aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not in your job description. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around your office twiddling your thumbs until another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great? And to help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation?
I really want to say no. I really just want to say no. Like, I'm good, you know? Thank you, but I'm good. I'm all set. We're gonna say no.
I don't think so. I'm sorry, Inspector.
Come now, Falcon, let us not make hasty decisions. What would it take for me to change your mind?
Nothing would convince me. I appreciate the offer, Inspector, but my mind is made up.
That's most unfortunate. Well, then I shan't keep you any longer.
Thank you for understanding. Come along, Sparrowson. We have business to attend to at the office.
We do? Oh, right, we do. Good day, Falcon.
Good day, Inspector. Good day, Severine. Falcon always was a little pig-headed. Maybe he feels off-put by working with us roosters of justice.
Or maybe, dare I say, he feels sympathetic to the rebel cause.
In any case, I should probably start my investigation into the croque monsieur.
Not so fast, Monsieur Kokorigu. There's something else I need to discuss.
So we really can just say no? I must say, I'm a little disappointed, Falcon. I know the inspector is an unlikable nincompoop, but I was hoping that you could look past that and accept his offer. If not for the glory of serving France, then for at least, money.
I think you misunderstand, Sparrowson. We aren't going to be sitting around here twiddling our thumbs.
But we don't have a case.
No, but we have plenty of work to do. We must find the so-called croque monsieur and track down the rebels.
Huh? You rejected the inspector's offer, but you're going to do the work anyway?
I'm confused.
Knowledge is power, Sparrowson. Let's say we manage to learn exactly what the rebels are meeting, where the rebels are meeting. What can we do with that information? Yeah, we are joining the rebellion on the side of the rebellion. One option would be to offer our services to the rebel group. When they are inevitably arrested, we get to defend them in court. Another option would be blackmail the rebels directly, extort them for money in exchange for not giving out their address.
He said, what if I actually am a little horrible? I don't like this discussion. Aren't we supposed to be the good guys?
Well, if you wanted to play it perfectly straight, we could just give any information we find directly to the inspector. At least now we can do our investigation without having to play by the inspector's rules.
I guess that's true. Alright, you've convinced me, ? We'll uncover the identity of Croque Monsieur, and we'll track down those rebels. And then
we'll play it by ear.
Yeah, we'll wing it. Hello?
Things have already gotten wildly. There's so many places we can go. Holy shit. My god. Okay, we're gonna be done for the night.
But my god. I guess we might be blackmailing rebels next week. We're gonna have to definitely replay this case and see what happens if you say yes, I will help the police. Because we really were like, nah, bye. We really just said, I don't think so. I'm gonna go home. That's crazy. Okay, let me think real quick. So, hypothetically no stream tomorrow. I have to do taxes after work. I have to do taxes. That's going to take me forever. If I finish early and Tony is not streaming as she's not doing Grick tomorrow, and she wasn't sure if she was going to stream, she might skip. If she skips stream, then potentially I might do a work stream so I can get some writing done, but I do not know. On Thursday, I think we're finally finishing Zero Escape. We're getting off this boat, or like, if the true ending doesn't have us getting off this boat, I swear to God, I cannot apologize to the person I'm gonna fucking become. And then Friday, I don't know. As always, it'll be up to the vibes. If Ronnie is available. If Ronnie is not available, I'll probably have a better idea on Thursday. And Wednesday, no stream. I suspect I'm gonna be a bit of a mess after my career center call. So yeah, possible stream tomorrow. Probably nothing again until Thursday. Monday we'll be back here, figuring out if we're blackmailing rebels. Yeah, this game is we're just fucking around and finding out. And my God, we are not doing awesome. We're not doing like a killer fucking job. So I guess that's on us. But thank you all for coming. I had a good time. I'm still getting used to, like, for some reason, so much talking. I thought I was used to it, and I guess I'm not. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good week. Hydrate, please hydrate, because I'm not hydrated. If you happen to see the eclipse, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, I hope you enjoyed the pictures of the eclipse online, because there are so many great pictures of the eclipse. That's all. Yes. Have a good night. And goodbye.